What's up, guys, and welcome to another EBFG TV match review. I'm Colton. Joining me is Brian. The Seattle Sounders drew 1-1 with the LA Galaxy today. Wasn't quite the result we wanted, but it's a step in the right direction. What do you think, Brian?
I thought we looked pretty good. Aside from one, maybe two pretty major defensive lapses, I thought we actually were the better team most of the day. I know, again, being the better team doesn't get you points, or we would be in a much better position than we are this season. But no, I thought we looked pretty solid. We created some good chances going forward. Ladero was brilliant. I thought Dempsey seemed rejuvenated. Morris, again, kind of struggled to finish an easy chance, a little bit frustrating. But no, overall, it was progress. It's not maybe as fast as we'd like to progress, but it was progress.
Yeah, I mean, it was better than what we've seen for the last few weeks, in my opinion. It is frustrating that Morris had some like super wide open looks and just couldn't score. It's happened a few times too this season. Like a few weeks ago against LA when he had that wide open shot that was cleared off the goal line. It's frustrating to see, but we know he's going to get better. He is still a rookie. That's the thing we sometimes forget about Jordan Morris, especially since we've basically been hearing about him since he was like, 19 years old. So, yeah, it was much better this week. Dempsey did look a lot better than he has looked in the past few weeks. I really liked the, 4-2-3-1 formation. I think it looked super sharp. Lodero was fantastic. I really think I'm amazed that guy flew here from Argentina 4 days ago. He didn't look jet lagged at all, didn't look tired at all. He looked fully ready to go, and he was, I believe, the best player on the field.
And he certainly didn't look like a guy who just joined his team a couple days ago for his very first practice.
For sure.
Yeah. He was out there playing like he had been with the guys all season, which was really good to see. So if that's him now, him in the start of next season when he actually has some time under his belt with the guys, it's gonna be fun to watch.
It did look to me like he's kind of having some trouble getting used to playing on field turf. There's a couple times where he kind of ran past the ball and had to go back and pick it up, and I mean it's just little stuff. We know that that's going to get better over time. The more and more he plays on field turf, which is a definite thing here in MLS. But yeah, I think the team looked really good today in attack. I actually felt like we were going to score at certain points when in the past few weeks it's like yeah they're just messing with us, no way. But again, it's let down by defensive error, which I'm not very happy about. It's something that we got to kind of plug up at the back because if we can score goals all day, but if we're giving up the same amount of goals, we're going nowhere.
Yeah, no, it's that was a frustrating one, and it's the kind of defensive error. It's not like they got beat clean on a play or something like that. Brilliant ball or a brilliant free kick. They just kind of went to sleep again for a second, and that's the frustrating part. But they looked better still, even defensively, than last week.
Oh, definitely. I mean, LA is a pretty good attacking team as well, and LA has like the number one defense in MLS right now. So the fact that we scored on them is pretty big. But yeah, our defense, we got to fix those mistakes because it was what I think is a pretty avoidable mistake. The ball just kind of bounces through the entire defense, and whoever it was for LA that scored, was it Leggett?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just wide open at the back post. We can't have that happening, especially against a team like LA, who is a pretty seasoned team. If they see blood in the water, they'll go for the kill. So I think we did good to give up the one goal. Thanks to Chad Marshall for that goal line clearance late in the game. That was pretty impressive.
That was pretty impressive. They had one as well, to be fair.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Yelly Van Dam cleared one off the line for them.
Yeah, Yelly Van Dam had two goal line clearances. The one on Clint earlier in the game, and Jordan Morris in the second half. So yeah, he was pretty fantastic. Probably should have been sent off for that challenge on Roldan, I think.
I'm not sure who it was. I was there live, so we don't really get the benefit of replay.
Yeah, but, exactly. But no, it was
like a yellow from my perspective.
It definitely did. It probably should have been a second yellow. The ref was a little inconsistent in my opinion today. Not necessarily bad for either team. It was just a little bit, sometimes it seemed like he was whistling all the fouls, and then for 5 minutes he would whistle 0 fouls, and it was just very streaky.
It was, it got a little. First half, I thought the ref was pretty solid. Second half, it got a little bizarre. But those things happen. We didn't lose points because of the ref, essentially.
Yeah, definitely. And the fact that some people were kind of bringing that up, I was like, no, kill that argument right now. That's pretty irrelevant. I don't necessarily think we lost the game. I think we did pretty well. We should have won. It could have been 3-4-1.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like I said,
it's a step. Yeah, exactly, like you predicted. it's a step in the right direction. It's much better than it has been in the last few weeks. So that is good. I'm excited to see how the team shows up on the road in Orlando in the center of the sun again.
Yeah, hopefully a little better than in KC.
Yeah, hopefully they show up a little bit more. But it's an exciting time to be a Sounder because I really think the team showed that they still have some fight in them today, and some of these guys I think are kind of playing for their jobs right now.
Oh, absolutely. And we didn't even get to see Flacco, did we, today?
No, he didn't even come on. I think we only ended up using one or two subs.
Yeah, we brought on
Not
Herc.
positive. Yeah, we brought on Herc.
Was there another one?
I think that's it. I think just Herc.
Yeah.
And again, I think Herc put in a really good shift.
He did.
I think he played probably 30 minutes, and I think he did really well. Just kind of fresh legs, getting some chances. I mean, you can't say we didn't have chances today. I think the shots were 17-11, but at one point, chances created were 11-2 to the Sounders. So frustrating to only walk away with a point, but definitely progress and a step in the right direction, as I've said.
Yeah, definitely. We had. It seemed like each guy on the team had their chance to bury one and miss it, but the chances were there at least.
We haven't even talked about the goal scorer, Christian Roldan.
No, we haven't, and
that's pretty fantastic for him.
It was great for him, and he was brilliant 90 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know how that kid runs and runs and runs and runs
and runs and runs.
It just never stops.
Somebody called him the real CR7 today. As a Ronaldo fanboy, I don't know if I can approve, but I guess for today, I'll approve it.
Yeah,
all in all,
oh,
go ahead.
He was brilliant, I thought. Both offensively and defensively, he seems to have kind of fit into his role in that formation. I don't know if maybe it was the new formation. He's looked solid defensively all season, but going forward has never really been his forte. And I thought today he actually got some good looks. He was setting up some chances for other guys, and that was really good to see.
No, definitely. I think it was a really good team performance today. We played really well, and as I said, a lot better than we have the last few weeks. We're making progress, and that's really all I want to see until the end of the season. If we can't make the playoffs, let's at least start winning some games to make the season respectable in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So a great team performance from the Sounders again. 1-1 against LA. Not exactly the result we wanted. We ended up dropping points in the end, but I say pretty positive. What do you say?
I say pretty positive. Obviously we wanted the win, but it's, compared to the last few weeks, it's, miles forward from where we were there. So if we can kind of build on that momentum going into the next game, take a few more steps forward, I think we'll be good.
Definitely much better. And I think the draw means that Brian Schmetzer keeps his unbeaten record as Sounders head coach. Is that right?
I think he may have a loss somewhere.
Okay.
I think he was like 3-1 before.
Gotcha.
It's a very good record.
It is a very good record. It is a very good record. Well, as Schmetz's first game as the official interim guy is a draw, and I honestly think that the way he managed the game today, I think was pretty good. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He didn't look like a fish out of water. In I guess kind of Ziggy's shoes, and I'm impressed with the way he did today.
I am as well. I thought it was good. Neither of us really expected any sort of formation change coming into this game. The 4-2-3-1 I thought is one of my favorite formations. First of all, and I thought we executed it really well. And considering the guys had maybe 1 week to get used to it and adapt to it, I thought they did really well in it, and I'd like to see them actually stick with that going forward.
Yeah, it looked really good, and I'm interested to see if he rolls it out next week against Jason Kreis's Orlando City. It'll definitely be interesting to watch. I really like the formation change. I wasn't expecting it, and it was kind of a breath of fresh air, I think. I think everyone fit into their role really well today.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be interesting next week with the battle of the two new head coaches.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. You have Kreis at Orlando and Schmetzer in Seattle. So it'll definitely be fun to watch. We will see you later on this week for our official match preview. But until then, thanks for watching EBFG TV. See you later.